the All In match, a big part of that match was there was a moment where I had Cody dead to rights.
That's it, yeah.
Brandy throws herself on top as a human shield, and I nail Brandy with the elbow off the top. So it's kind of Cody and Brandy have always had that sort of thing where they're kind of like, they're not really heels or baby faces, they kind of
do still doing it these days.
Yeah, they kind of do whatever's necessary to get the job done, which is sort of one of the things that makes him a compelling character. Like you don't. I kind of look at Cody almost, and I guess I'm kind of similar in the sense as NWA champion, but it's like he's kind of sometimes more like presidential. Like it's like some people like him and some people don't. It's like, but everyone kind of just accepts that he's in a certain position. So there's sort of some ambiguity there, but when we're looking at the ways to make NWA 70 different, because remember, NWA 70 is our pay-per-view, so we're making all the money this time, so it's the onus is on us to sell pay-per-views, and we set a box office record for that building. And that's a pretty cool accomplishment considering that how much wrestling has been in that building over the years in Nashville. But so we knew we were onto something, and then the pay-per-view was very strong, but we started looking at it going, okay, what this has to be the continuation of this saga from All In, and it has to be different. And so I said, well, 2 out of 3 falls, because there were moments in the Cody match where it's like, well, he could have been counted out, DDP kind of interfered, different stuff where it was kind of like there was some leeway from Earl Hebner, and this was all deliberate, so that it then fed into the next one. And then I sort of said, what would be really cool would be if, because Brandy we had that moment with Brandy in the first match, I was like, obviously, in a perfect world we'd have Mickey, but obviously that couldn't happen.
No.
So I said, what if I had a female bodyguard, like a China type? Because nobody wants to see me with a valet when they know that I'm married to the Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? But the idea of a female bodyguard, I think people would be like, oh, they were sort of, I felt like people would understand that, and they did. So in describing sort of what I thought would be good, one of the people I sort of I used as an example was Alpha Female. Sort of somebody like that, you know what I mean? Like somebody who it's like, she's this big, impressive sort of woman, and it's like to neutralize Brandy. The whole point of it was to neutralize Brandy and interfering. And I just remember Lagana just being like, I know just the person. And he'd followed her, because of that she'd reached out, she was starting to get into the business, and she'd trained with the Dudleys and stuff like that. So it was kind of like one of those things where he'd say like, man, she's got an incredible look, but be green. And then it was like, she's perfect for this. And that was that, and you just felt, again, it was just one of those things where right away you could just feel everybody in the audience just be like, oh, we're witnessing something here. Like this is, we're on board with this. Like this is like high level stuff. And to me, the 2 out of 3 falls match, the return match, is like so much better than All In. It's such a better match.
Yeah, it is.
It was like, I know that so many more people saw All In, but I wish people would go and see that, like you say, it's on YouTube. You can search it anytime, youtube.com/NWA. But I mean, that 2 out of 3 falls match, we put in some serious time, and just there's nothing I would change about that match. Like we just told such a great story, and just, and just even all the way to the finish, just like everything about that just was like, it just felt like an NWA title match.
Yeah,